Bro, wouldn't it be incredible if life was as easy and as fun as a video game? Like, what if you could level up in life just as easily as you level up in video games? And what if all the while leveling up, you could have fun, you could enjoy it, and you could climb the ranks of the people around you in real life. You could improve the avatar you in real life, and all the while it feeling just easy, fun, just like a video game. So today what I want to teach you is pretty much how to make life feel like your video game. Because video games are like, I was listening to a podcast actually yesterday about Chris Williamson and a guy talking about all the problems young men have, not to like wallow in self-pity. And one of the main things is that video games is such a it saps so much time and energy away from young men. And so it just came to me like, what if we could just make the thing that so many young men do on a day-to-day basis just feel like real life? Because instead of wasting 3 hours a day playing on video games, what if you could not waste but put 3 hours into improving yourself? Just imagine if you put in as much time in video games to improving yourself, you would just be I bet you probably have a couple thousand hours on video games, right? What if those couple thousand hours were put into self-improvement, right? If you could have a metric, you'd probably be a level 10 video game master. But what if you could be a level 10 super ultra successful self-improvement guy, right? Life really is a game, life is a race, and making it feel like a video game isn't actually that hard. So there are actually 3 main things that you can actually do in your everyday life to make your life feel like a game, to make your life feel like it's a fun thing, because it is a fun thing, right? You are an avatar, you are a character, you can customize it, you can shape it, you can make it perform better, you can make it be more productive, right? That choice is all up to you. So the first thing that we want to do to make your life feel like a video game is to have a big goal. Because in a video game, what do you have? Well, you have the main quest, right? You have the main quest, you have essentially the purpose of the video game. In Zelda, that's the main game I used to play. Your goal is to beat Ganondorf, right? Or it's to beat whatever villain. In Smash Bros, it's to smash everybody in sight. In a game, you just have a big vision, you have a quest. And so essentially, we want to translate this video game-esque goal into your real life, because in real life you've heard about goal setting, blah blah blah, but you just want to have a goal, a purpose to be here. And having a big goal really comes down to just setting an intention to be somewhere and having that somewhere align with your purpose. Your purpose, your reason for being here is all shrouded in mystery, and so many people feel as though they don't know their purpose simply because they're constantly distracting themselves. And so essentially your purpose is the thing that your mind is always constantly thinking about. And by cutting out video games, because for so many people, for so many young men, it feels like video games is their purpose, right? Because video games are essentially just a recreation of life in a way that makes you feel successful, right? Because instead of having to go out in the real world and actually work to become successful, you can just stay inside and play video games and make it as though you're successful. It's essentially just essentially, what are you doing in a video game? You're climbing up the ranks, you're beating other people, you're beating your competition, you're winning, you're becoming successful. All of the things that you could actually do in the real world. But because you do them in video games, it doesn't feel as though you have to do them in the real world. So the main thing for your life to actually feel like a video game, you have to stop playing video games. And sorry, I kind of drifted off from the goal thing. I'll get to that right now. But the main takeaway here, I will get to the other stuff, but the main takeaway to make your life feel like a video game is to make the funnest thing you do work hard and get on self-improvement. And that's why it'll be necessary for you to cut out all cheap dopaminergic fun activities, because then life will feel fun, self-improvement will feel fun, going to the gym, reading books, meditating, all of that will feel fun. Alright, so let's get to the goal part. Essentially, you just want to find your purpose, which is the main thing your brain thinks about on a day-to-day basis. And like I said, for so many young men, it's video games, because you're constantly playing video games, so your brain is constantly thinking about video games. But when you cut out video games, your brain will actually start to live. It'll start to think organically, not powered by video games, right? Instead of being powered by video games, your life will be powered by life, and actually life experiences. And so the quickest way to set a big goal is to just do nothing, think about nothing, don't try to think about anything, to sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and to let your brain think. Because you'll probably, at one point, you'll probably start to have a vision of sorts, not some demonic shit or whatever, but you'll probably start to see a vision as to how your life can go. And for some guys, usually it'll be their physique, right? They want to get in incredible shape. They want to make 10 grand a month. They want to retire their parents, right? And then you can set a goal for that, right? Like your main goal is getting into shape, but then you can have a sub goal of like, I want to hit a 225 bench press in 5 years, right? That can be a big goal. Then a smaller goal can be, I want to get to 180 body weight, or I want to be able to run a 1 minute mile, 7 minute mile, right? Because getting into incredible shape, you might have to do some running. But basically, you have your purpose, then from that purpose, you just set a big goal, big intention, and you focus on that as much as possible. And from that big goal can come just tasks that you do on a day-to-day basis. And task and habit are something I'll get to next. But it's from your big goal, it's from your purpose that you start to develop daily activities that will essentially level you up, just like in video games. In video games, goal is to beat Ganondorf. In real life, it's to get into incredible shape. In Zelda, to level up, you do what? You do shrines, you get towers, you defeat monsters, right? And in real life, you go to the gym, you eat well, you count your macros. Like in Zelda, you're guided by guides, right? You get wisdom from people that are like more powerful than you. Well, in real life, you get coaches, you get counselors, you get fitness advice from people on YouTube. Like it's exactly the same thing, and you just have to see it that way. And so now that you have your big goal, right? I said habits, and what I want you to do now is to have a habit tracker, because just like in video games, you can have essentially mini quests that you want to do on a day-to-day basis, right? You have your big quest, big goal, and to get to that goal, you're just gonna like fill out a habit tracker with habits that will get you to that goal every single day. That is how you level up. Think of habit trackers are just mini quests that you have to fill out every day. So on your habit tracker, you just want to have like actions that align to your goals and that will make you the person worthy of achieving that goal. So a pretty generic self-improvement habit tracker is like meditation, reading, working out, eating healthy, doing purposeful work like this, right? If you're a YouTuber, recording YouTube videos, editing videos, whatever it is, going outside, getting sunlight, right? Basically just find habits that will get you closer to your goal and fill that out every single day. And it'll give you a sense of fulfillment. It'll give you a sense of, hey, like I'm doing stuff to improve my life, and you know what? This is the proof, right? This is proof that I'm building, and this is proof that I'm leveling up, right? And you can also have like categories, right? You can have levels, just like in video games. You know what? I'm currently a level 1 runner, but if I run 1 mile, I'm a level 2, and then if I run 10 miles every single week for 2 weeks, that'll boost me up to level 3, and then once I run 100 miles total, I'll get to level 10, right? Simple as that. It's by tracking your habits, by setting big goals, that you can actually make it seem like you're leveling up. And it's not like making it seem, it's not imaginary. You are leveling up in real life. What you're doing isn't like some wonky ass shit in video games where it's not actually real. And I've probably offended 20 people right now and they've clicked off the video, I'm sorry. But like, this is real life, right? And having it be this fun is just incredible, and it's actually really easy. And so the last thing is to set challenges. Like you can make your goals really challenging, but also to get to your goals, you can also just set challenges to yourself. Like instead of recording 2 videos this week, I'm gonna record 3. Or you know what? I want to run 10 miles by the end of this week, and that'll be my weekly challenge. But that'll be my daily challenge. Daily challenge for today: meditate for 1 hour. I've only meditating for 10 minutes, but maybe if I can hit 1 hour, right? That's a challenge that I get to myself, right? Sometimes in video games you have like special quests, you have challenges. Like against the boss fight, it's like take 0 damage, or yeah, take 0 damage is really the only one I can think of. Or like collect certain amount of Chora seeds, I think they're called in Zelda. Blah blah, they're like extra side quests. But simply set challenges, right? Like you're at the gym, right? I'm gonna hit a workout today. I'm gonna hit 5 sets instead of 4 today. I'm gonna run 100 extra feet instead of just 1 mile, right? Like it's just challenges just give you a sense of fulfillment and confidence, because they show you that you are capable of what you say you are. So I'm sorry if this video was kind of like all over the place, but basically to make your life feel like a video game, you want to have a purpose, a mission. You find this by cutting out all distractions, because distractions are why your brain can't find a purpose. And then from this purpose, you set a big goal, a massive goal, and then that goal basically just like scales down into your habit tracker, into the everyday actions you have to do to get to that goal. And then in those habits you can add challenges that make you excited, right? Like setting a big goal of I want to become a really good runner, and then a challenge is like I want to run 100 miles by the end of this year. And goal to knowing that you're a really good runner is like, I want to run a marathon in 2 years, right? Like, it's do this and I promise you that your life will change forever. By the way, I have a newsletter below if you want to click that. Hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see the progress that you make. Love you, bro.